away from the great state of Minnesota. Let me introduce you.
How y'all doing today? It's too early to party, but I want to dance. I like that music over there. Well, thank you. I thank God for giving me the opportunity to be here in Washington, D.C. I give God all the glory. Amen. I stand before you today not as a Democrat, not as a Republican. I stand before you today as an American citizen. An American citizen who was taught to work hard and to always have faith in his union. My father, Cornelius Benner, a retired St. Paul police officer, and my mother, a hard-working factory worker. Hello, mother and father, I love you. My testimony today has nothing to do with the elimination of unions. Let me be clear. What I have to say today has nothing to do with the elimination of unions. I support Mark Janus because I want the freedom of choice of paying union dues. Here's my story. I have a passion and still have a passion for teaching. I was privileged to teach the countless number of students that were in my classroom. I was that male teacher of color that school districts are now desperately seeking to hire. I received accolades for my teaching, and school district officials would often seek me out in educating those challenging students. I loved teaching, and I knew it was a blessing and rare to have a classroom full of kids who looked just like me.
Yeah, that's right.
I was a teacher for 21 years. 15 of those years in the St. Paul School District. In 2014, I addressed the St. Paul School Board regarding the new district's racial equity policies. I was concerned because I believed the new policies were setting up black students to fail in the future. After addressing the school board, I was suddenly accused of numerous infractions after having 0 infractions throughout my entire teaching career. These frivolous infractions were clearly out of the ordinary and were the result of me speaking at that school board meeting. However, I had faith in my union. I had faith in the St. Paul Federation of Teachers because I knew they would fight for me because, after all, that's what unions claim to do. Not in my case at all. You see, after 15 years worth of union dues, 15 years of union dues, this was the representation that I received. Silence. Absolute silence. The silence from my union was deafening. Not only did my union not fight for me, they purposely remained silent through my entire ordeal. When my union finally responded, they actually tried to coach me to pleading guilty to an infraction I didn't even commit.
Shame.
It's okay, it gets better. Listen to this. Not only was that disheartening and painful, the worst was yet to come. 3 weeks later, the union president herself, approached me and said she was informed to write a statement against me after I had an appearance on national television. This act of betrayal broke my heart. I was eventually forced out of my job and had to resign to save my teaching career. I'm not here for anyone's pity. God has planted me on my feet with a new job. All glory to Him. Why am I here? I'm here because the Janus case speaks to my heart. I'm here because employees should have a choice in paying union dues or not. I'm here because employees deserve a choice in paying union dues or not. I was misled to believe that my union would do what they were clearly, legally obligated to do, represent me.
That's right.
They did not. Like I stated earlier, I'm not here for the elimination of unions. If the court rules in favor of Janus, no one is taking unions away. This ruling could actually force unions to provide real value for their services. That would mean unions would need to be more focused on providing benefits and services to their members. Unions would need to prove their support and listen to their members' concerns. And I ask all of you here today, how could that possibly be a bad thing for any worker? God bless you. Thank you.